As I stepped into the dimly lit archive room, the air conditioning seemed to swallow my words, leaving me with an unsettling silence. My colleague, Kydera Vex, stood motionless beside me, her eyes fixed on the shelves of dusty files and forgotten documents. We were tasked with cataloging the records of a long-abandoned research facility that had once operated in this very building. The project's remnants hinted at a catastrophic failure, but our supervisors remained tight-lipped about the details. Our job was to sift through the remnants, extract any usable information, and discard the rest. The room's rows of shelving seemed to stretch on forever, each one packed with files and folders bearing cryptic labels like Echo 12 or Project Erebus. Kydera carefully opened a folder, releasing a faint scent of decay. I watched as she scanned the pages, her expression unreadable. Suddenly, she stopped at a particular file. Her eyes widened, and she whispered, "This is it. This is what they were looking for." The document contained a single entry, a log from an unknown participant in the project. The handwriting was messy, but I recognized the language as a dialect used by a specific subgroup of researchers. "We've reached the point of no return," the log read. "Echo 12 has become self-sustaining. It's adapting to our attempts to contain it." I felt a shiver run down my spine as Kydera continued to study the document. Her eyes darted between lines, searching for something specific. "What is this?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "Evidence of," she hesitated before continuing, "something that shouldn't be possible. It's like they discovered a way to break the laws of physics." I couldn't help but glance around the room, wondering if we were being watched or if something was watching us from the shadows. Kydera placed the file back on the shelf, her hands shaking slightly as she closed the folder. "We need to report this to our supervisors," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. As I nodded in agreement, a faint hum began to emanate from one of the shelves. It started with a low vibration, growing louder until it became almost deafening. The air around us seemed to ripple and distort, like water on the surface of a lake. The files on the nearest shelf began to rattle, spilling onto the floor as if something was trying to escape its constraints. I stumbled backward, my heart racing in fear. Kydera grabbed my arm, her grip tight. "We need to get out of here," she shouted over the growing din. But it was too late. The room's shelving system seemed to be collapsing, files and documents tumbling down like a house of cards. I caught glimpses of strange symbols etched into the walls, pulsing with an otherworldly energy. As we stumbled toward the door, I realized that we were not escaping, we were being contained. The archive room had become a prison, trapping us inside with something ancient and malevolent. The hum reached a deafening pitch as Kydera yanked me forward, her eyes wide with terror. We burst through the doorway, slamming it shut behind us just in time.